Key 1. Stoic. Every single day, life challenges our patience and tempts us to lose our calm. It could be something as small as being stuck in traffic when you're running late, dealing with a coworker's annoying behavior, or watching your phone die right in the middle of an important conversation. These moments may feel like they happen constantly, but the truth is, it's not just the irritation that matters. It's how we respond to these situations that determines the quality of our days and, ultimately, our lives. Today, I want to explore how Stoicism, an ancient and timeless philosophy, can offer a transformative perspective. Stoicism doesn't just teach us how to survive these frustrating moments. It empowers us to thrive in them. The principles of Stoicism provide practical tools to turn those everyday challenges into opportunities for growth, resilience, and inner peace. By the end of this journey, you'll understand why Stoic wisdom has shaped some of history's greatest minds and, more importantly, how you can apply it to lead a more fulfilling and calm life starting today. Let's dive into how the Stoic framework of clear-headed logic can help us master our reactions, find serenity in chaos, and experience personal transformation. The first key, recognizing anger as natural. One of the most vital lessons Stoicism teaches is that everyone feels anger. It's a natural human emotion. The power doesn't lie in the anger itself, but in how we handle it. Stoicism reveals an empowering truth. While we cannot control external events, we have complete control over how we react. This is the game-changing shift in how we relate to frustration. Picture a scenario where things go wrong or someone irritates you. Your first instinct might be to lash out, but what if instead of reacting, you pause to consider the situation? Stoicism encourages us to view these emotions, including anger, as opportunities to practice patience, understanding, and resilience. When we accept that anger is a part of us, it opens the door to managing it in a healthier way. Stoic philosophers like Epictetus and Marcus Aurelius emphasize that our emotions are not caused by external events, but by our judgments about those events. So, when you feel anger bubbling up, ask yourself, what judgment am I making here? For instance, if someone cuts you off in traffic, you might feel anger. But is the other driver really the cause of your frustration? Or is it the belief that your journey should be smooth and uninterrupted? By questioning the judgments we make, we can alter our emotional responses and make them less volatile. This also opens up a doorway to empathy. By acknowledging that anger stems from our own judgments and is a shared human experience, we can connect with others more compassionately. Instead of viewing others' actions as personal affronts, we start to understand that everyone struggles with emotions. This compassion strengthens not just our relationships, but our own emotional resilience. The second key, focus on what you can control. This is one of the most liberating ideas in Stoic philosophy. The realization that there are only a few things in life that we can control, and most of them lie within us. The Stoics, including Marcus Aurelius, believed true power lies in distinguishing between what's within our control and what's outside of it. Most frustrations arise from trying to control the uncontrollable, which is futile and exhausting. But by focusing on our own responses, we regain our power. Think about a situation where you're working on a team project and one person isn't pulling their weight. It's frustrating, right? But instead of letting that person's actions ignite your anger, ask yourself, what can I actually control here? You can't force them to work harder, but you can control how you respond, whether that's having a candid conversation, redistributing the workload, or finding another solution. This mindset not only reduces stress, but opens up paths to productive action. Acceptance is another crucial part of this principle. Accepting that there are things beyond our control, like traffic, the weather, or other people's actions, doesn't mean giving up. It means freeing ourselves from the stress of fighting against what cannot be changed. For example, when you're stuck in traffic and feeling your frustration grow, stop and ask, can I control the traffic? No. But can I control how I respond? Absolutely. Maybe you use the time to listen to a podcast or reflect on your day. This shift in focus from the uncontrollable to what we can control strengthens our resilience over time and helps us live with greater peace of mind. The third key, practice mindfulness. Mindfulness is about being fully present in the moment, aware of what's going on around us without being swept away by it. This concept aligns perfectly with Stoic teachings, which emphasize awareness of our thoughts and emotions and mastering our reactions. By practicing mindfulness, we create space between what happens to us and how we respond to it. This pause is powerful because it gives us the freedom to choose how to react, rather than simply reacting impulsively. For instance, if someone says something that annoys you, instead of immediately snapping back, mindfulness helps you step back and observe your emotional surge without acting on it. This moment of reflection gives you the opportunity to choose a response that aligns with your values, one that you won't regret later. Incorporating mindfulness into your daily life is simple but powerful. The next time you feel angry or frustrated, take a deep breath. Slow, deliberate breathing shifts your focus away from stressors and brings you back to the present moment. Another technique is mindful observation. Choose an ordinary task like walking or doing dishes and immerse yourself fully in it. This practice keeps you grounded and aware, helping you stay calm and focused in the midst of everyday chaos. Over time, mindfulness enhances your ability to manage emotions, make intentional decisions, and reduce stress. It cultivates a sense of inner calm that helps you navigate even the most difficult situations with poise and wisdom. The final thought, transforming frustration into opportunity. Integrating Stoicism into your life isn't about suppressing your emotions or avoiding the inevitable challenges we all face. It's about shifting your mindset so that even the most frustrating moments become chances for growth. By focusing on what we can control, practicing mindfulness, and responding with wisdom, patience, and compassion, we transform everyday frustrations into powerful opportunities for personal development. Stoicism teaches us that true strength isn't found in controlling the world around us, but in mastering ourselves. By practicing self-control, awareness, and acceptance, we not only navigate life's challenges with greater ease, but we also create the space for lasting inner peace and resilience. By adopting this mindset, you can begin transforming your own daily battles, whether it's that frustrating traffic jam, an annoying colleague, or any other challenge, into stepping stones toward a calmer, more focused, and fulfilling life. Key 1. Stoic mastering the present. How Stoicism empowers us to navigate change, emotions, and life's unpredictability. Consider a simple moment, enjoying a warm cup of coffee. Instead of rushing through it or getting lost in thoughts of what's next, allow yourself to fully experience the moment. Feel the heat of the cup in your hands, inhale the rich aroma, and savor the taste. This mindfulness practice, engaging all your senses, can transform an otherwise mundane act into something deeply satisfying and meaningful. The beauty of this practice lies not just in enhancing these small moments, but in training your mind to approach even the most challenging situations with the same focus and tranquility. Stoicism offers us a profound reminder. Life is fleeting. Good times, bad times, and even emotions, they all pass. By embracing mindfulness, we learn to experience our feelings without judgment. So when anger or frustration arises, instead of letting those emotions take over, you simply acknowledge them. This is just a temporary state, you remind yourself. It's part of being human, but it doesn't define you unless you allow it. Impermanence is a key Stoic principle, one that can shift how we deal with life's constant changes. Understanding that nothing is permanent, not even our feelings, empowers us with greater peace. Life is full of change, unexpected job rejections, relationships ending, or health scares. Our natural impulse is often to resist, to become upset or anxious. Yet Stoicism teaches us to embrace change, not as something to fight, but as an opportunity for growth. When we internalize the transitory nature of life, we are better equipped to handle both the highs and the lows. Emotions, no matter how intense, are just passing waves. This realization doesn't invalidate our emotions. It allows us to process them without being swept away by them. By accepting the impermanence of life, we begin to appreciate the present moment more fully, knowing that nothing lasts forever, neither the good nor the bad. To integrate this in a daily life, start by simply observing the world around you. Notice how the seasons change, how your thoughts shift over the course of a day, or how your relationships evolve over time. These reminders of constant change help us understand that everything, our circumstances, feelings, and even thoughts, is in motion. Even when disruptions arise, instead of reacting with frustration, pause and remind yourself, this too shall pass. Life is a flow, and these changes offer opportunities to adapt and grow. Think back to a time when something didn't go as planned, perhaps a setback or unexpected change, and later it led to something even better. Stoicism teaches us that each change is a chance to practice resilience and flexibility. Every challenge is an opportunity for personal growth and cultivating peace amid uncertainty. Understanding emotions is another vital Stoic practice. Emotions like anger, joy, fear, or sadness are responses to how we perceive the world. When you feel anger, for example, ask yourself, why am I angry? Is it because I feel disrespected, or is it rooted in a deeper insecurity? By understanding the origin of your emotions, you gain more control over how you respond to them. Take the example of being interrupted in a conversation. You might feel angry because you believe your voice isn't being heard. But is that belief true? Does it help you to cling to it? By questioning these emotional triggers, we can reframe our responses, often diffusing the intensity of our emotions. Journaling is a great tool for this, helping you uncover emotional patterns and build resilience over time. Another core Stoic principle is patience, not as a mere act of waiting, but as an active, transformative practice. Patience, according to Stoicism, is about how we behave while waiting. Whether stuck in traffic, standing in line, or waiting for a response, we are often tempted to become impatient. Stoicism invites us to view these delays not as nuisances, but as chances to practice virtue. Every moment of waiting is an opportunity to reinforce our ability to stay calm, composed, and positive. How do we develop patience in practical terms? A great first step is adjusting our expectations. Often, impatience arises when there's a gap between our expectations and the reality we face. If we learn to manage this gap, by accepting that delays are a part of life, we can handle the present moment with greater ease. These Stoic teachings, mindfulness, impermanence, emotional awareness, and patience, aren't abstract philosophies. They're practical tools that can transform the way we engage with life. By applying these principles, we not only become better equipped to face challenges, but we also develop a deeper capacity for joy, growth, and connection. The essence of Stoicism is not to retreat from life, but to engage with it more wisely and deeply. By accepting that everything is temporary, we can ride the waves of life with greater resilience. So, the next time you enjoy a simple moment, whether it's drinking your coffee or soaking in the sunshine, remember, it's in these small moments of presence that we prepare ourselves for the bigger ones. The more we practice, the more we can live with peace, understanding, and fulfillment. Key 1. Stoic delays and obstacles are part of life, but how we respond to them determines our peace of mind. When we stop expecting everything to go our way, we're less likely to get frustrated when things don't go as planned. This isn't about lowering our standards. It's about aligning our expectations with reality. The world won't always operate according to our preferences, and accepting this fact can help us stay grounded. One powerful approach is to use the moments of waiting as opportunities for growth and reflection. Instead of letting frustration take over when you're stuck in traffic, transform the time into something beneficial. You can listen to an audiobook, practice deep breathing, or reflect on your day. This shift in perspective turns a potentially irritating situation into one that's either productive or relaxing. Mindfulness is also a great ally in developing patience. By staying present in the moment and fully engaging with it, We can distance ourselves from the feelings of urgency and restlessness that often accompany waiting. Mindfulness helps us cultivate a peaceful mind that protects us against impatience. Stoicism teaches not only patience, but also the recognition that everything is temporary. Remembering that this too shall pass can help us endure situations that feel overwhelming, whether waiting for a delayed flight or enduring a long recovery. The knowledge that these struggles are only temporary makes them more bearable. Another key practice is celebrating small victories. Every time you manage to stay calm in a situation that would typically frustrate you, acknowledge and reward yourself. This reinforces the behavior, making it more likely to become a habit. Each time you practice patience, you build it stronger within yourself. Forgiveness is also transformative, both for our relationships and for our inner peace. Stoic forgiveness doesn't mean condoning wrongdoings or forgetting harm. It's about freeing ourselves from the emotional burden of holding grudges. It requires self-awareness and emotional control, qualities that Stoicism values deeply. Our anger and hurt are valid, but they are within our control. Forgiveness is about choosing not to let past actions dictate our emotional state. The first step in practicing forgiveness is recognizing that we all make mistakes, ourselves included. Reflecting on our own flaws helps us develop empathy for others, making it easier to let go of resentment. A Stoic perspective encourages us to focus on the bigger picture. Often, the things we hold on to aren't as significant as they seem in the grand scheme of our lives. By reframing our narrative and viewing ourselves as survivors or heroes of our own story, we empower ourselves and free ourselves from the past. Meditation and mindfulness exercises can also aid in the forgiveness process. As you sit quietly and focus on your breath, try to send thoughts of goodwill to those who have wronged you. This doesn't mean accepting the wrongdoing, but choosing to release its emotional grip on you. Lastly, practicing self-control is a cornerstone of Stoic practice. Self-control allows us to pause before reacting, giving us time to decide whether our impulses align with our long-term goals. For example, when you're working toward a healthier lifestyle, self-control helps you resist unhealthy temptations. In emotional situations, self-control helps you hold back harsh words, preserving relationships and your peace of mind. To build self-control, reflect regularly on your actions and their consequences. Were there moments today when you lacked self-control? What triggered it? Setting clear personal rules based on your values is another great way to strengthen self-control. For example, decide not to check your phone during meals or limit your time on social media. Visualization is also powerful. Before facing a tempting situation, mentally rehearse how you'll handle it calmly and in line with your values. Finally, remember that self-control is a journey, not a destination. There will be moments of struggle, and that's okay. What matters is that you learn from these experiences and continue to strive for improvement. Every small act of self-control is a step toward becoming a wiser, more balanced person.